One whistle, one replay, and suddenly, the goal is gone. Millions of fans celebrate, only to stop a few seconds later. How can one decision completely change a match? Today, we're explaining the football rules behind fouls, cards, penalties, and VAR, the moments that create the biggest arguments in football. But before we talk about cards, we need to answer one important question. Here's the first thing every football fan should know. Not every tackle is a foul. If a defender wins the ball fairly, play continues. But kicking an opponent, tripping them, pushing, holding their shirt, or making a reckless challenge is a foul. Football isn't about avoiding contact. It's about making fair contact. So, what happens after a foul? A yellow card is a warning. It tells the player, be careful. One more serious mistake, and you're in trouble. Players can receive a yellow card for reckless fouls, delaying the game, pulling shirts, stopping dangerous attacks, or repeatedly arguing with the referee. One yellow isn't the end of the match. But two yellow cards, that's a completely different story. And that's where things become much more serious. A red card changes everything. Unlike a yellow card, there are no second chances. A player can be sent off for violent conduct, serious foul play, deliberately stopping a goal with a handball, or denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Once the referee shows the red card, that player must leave the field immediately. And here's the real punishment. The team must continue with only 10 players. Playing one player short for the rest of the match can completely change the outcome of the game. Now we've covered fouls and cards, but the next rules create even more controversy. When is a handball really a handball? When does a free kick become a penalty? And what exactly is VAR allowed to review? Let's find out. Handball isn't as simple as, the ball touched the hand. The referee asks two questions. Was the arm in a natural position? Or did the arm make the player's body bigger? If the hand is close to the body and the contact is unavoidable, play usually continues. But if a player deliberately handles the ball or spreads their arms to block it, that's almost always a handball. So what happens after a foul? That depends on where it happens. The exact same foul can have two completely different punishments. Outside the penalty area, it's a direct free kick. Inside the penalty area, now it becomes a penalty kick. That's why defenders try so hard not to make mistakes near their own goal. But what if the referee didn't see the foul? VAR isn't there to review every single decision. It only checks 4 situations: a goal, a penalty, a direct red card, or a case of mistaken identity. Even after watching the replay, the final decision still belongs to the referee on the field, not the video assistant. Sometimes, the referee doesn't even stop the game. Did you notice? Sometimes the referee sees the foul, but doesn't stop play. That's called advantage. If the attacking team still has a better chance to score, the referee lets the game continue. Football rewards the team with the better opportunity, not just the foul itself. We've covered fouls, cards, handballs, penalties, and VAR. But one last chapter decides the biggest matches in the world: extra time, penalty shootouts, and even a brand new penalty rule that many fans still don't know. Let's finish the game. In league matches, a draw usually stays a draw. But in knockout tournaments like the World Cup, someone has to win. If the score is still level after 90 minutes, the match goes into extra time. Extra time is divided into 2 15-minute halves. If there's still no winner, everything comes down to penalties. And this is where football becomes pure pressure. Each team takes 5 penalty kicks. They shoot one after another. If one team scores more goals after 5 kicks, they win. But if the score is still tied, the shootout continues. One kick, one save, one mistake. This is called sudden death. The pressure couldn't be higher. But there's one new rule that even many experienced fans don't know. Here's a rule many fans have only recently discovered. When taking a penalty, the kicker is allowed to touch the ball only once. If they accidentally hit it twice before another player touches it, even if they slip, the kick may be disallowed under the current laws of the game. It's a tiny detail, but it has already changed real matches. So, after everything we've learned, let's put it all together. Now you understand the rules behind football's biggest moments. You know what counts as a foul, why players receive yellow and red cards, how handball is judged, when VAR steps in, how extra time works, and what decides a penalty shootout. The next time you watch a football match, you'll understand exactly why the referee made that decision. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which football rule surprised you the most?